Yep. Worked. Hello, we're back with the commentary.
And it's one we both know a lot about. It's
well, you know about one, I know about the other.
Yes. So we're going to be talking a lot more on this. It's medic versus scientist. This was an actual...
It's scientist versus the medic.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's the other way around at the time.
Yeah. But like I'm saying, this was a fun episode.
Yeah, I enjoy doing it a lot. There's not very often, because like I live under a rock. When it comes to surfing the internet, I usually just shut into my own little corner of fandoms. But this time I actually got to, talk about a character that I know about for once.
Except for Silas versus McCree, because that was...
Yeah, that one was different, because that was a fight I specifically suggested, because both those characters I enjoy a lot. But anyway, what were you saying?
No, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
You were saying something else about the matchup, or like the character.
Yes. But yeah, this one was a lot of fun to do.
And I edited the whole thing, this whole 25-minute video.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did.
Healers, the backbone in any team-based shooter. And each one has their own...
And this was the first episode with our new mic.
These two are the strangest ones.
Oh yeah, that's right! I was just thinking, well, this sounds really good for some reason, no wonder why.
And the medic, the doctor of the TF2 mercenary.
I just love that scene I just chose for him. I would have been weird with the editing, though.
Yeah, I got done putting together the commentary for our
Gokin versus
Gokin versus Roshan recently, and I was listening to the audio on that. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This is before we got the new mic, and then like this is the one like that's a couple after.
Yeah.
So it's almost kind of jarring.
After Zomboss was kicked out of Suburbia.
Yeah, if people also don't know, I'm a huge Garden Warfare fan. It's one of the few team-based shooters I actually would play.
Yeah, he's very good at it too. I'm terrible.
He watches me play it a lot, and I somehow
it's pretty impressive.
To keep them alive somehow. And I'm guessing Zomboss was a TF2 player himself.
Foreshadowing, because Garden Warfare has a lot of references to TF2.
Yeah.
The scientist was created.
It's got plenty of inspiration from like other team-based.
Yeah, to me it feels like a parody of a lot of team-based shooters.
Yeah, I mean most team-based shooters nowadays are inspirations off of TF2, which is one of the first, if not the first.
Yeah, this feels like the first kind of like good parody of a game.
Yeah, of course, saying Team Fortress 2 is original team-based shooter is kind of weird because it's the second one. But anyway, that's besides the point.
No one talks about Team Fortress 1.
Yeah,
because
Team Fortress Classic, which I actually have never played.
I was gonna ask, how different is it?
It's pretty different. It's an entirely different art style.
Wow.
It looks very, very different.
I love the music I added for this.
Fundamentally, it's very similar, but
just the tone.
Yeah.
He also has a teleporter, which you can use to teleport behind enemies for flank attacks and even out of battle. But it does have a somewhat slow recharge rate.
How many people you think actually watched the scaling video I did for Plants vs Zombies? Wait, here comes that. You really cracked up in this joke.
What's with the sticker?
That was a genuine laugh too.
Yeah. This is a genuine laugh because like.
Anyway, the Goo Blaster is a high-powered shotgun-like weapon.
I don't remember whether or not I read this script beforehand. I hope I did, but like, even if I didn't, like, I would have come across that and laughed at it again. I laugh at jokes repeatedly, but yeah, I didn't like expect because normally your jokes are. I was laughing about the fact that you had decided to put that joke in
the Goo Blaster
out of any other joke.
Also, I love how we did it in the preview, where like, what's the joke? And you're like, you want YouTube to take us down?
Yeah.
And folks, this isn't him building up energy or some shit.
A lot of people never actually mentions the official mobile game. That's where I got a lot of the better feats from the series. Like, yeah, there's an official Plants vs Zombies mobile game.
Mobile game? Oh, I thought you said MOBA game. Completely different.
And that's just scratching the surface.
Yeah, I would believe that. I mean, there's a mobile game for a lot of different things.
See, look, we have a freaking walnut tanking a missile.
Wait, is this a comic series?
No, the game is all hero based. It's a superhero parody game.
Oh, okay.
So everything's in comics. But it does have an official comic.
Interesting.
And even the Sunflower. who shoots pure
So it does have a comic series, but that's not it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
It does a lot
More
more.
TF2 parallels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a few glaring downsides to the scientist. For one, he's not the smartest.
You
person
haven't read
in the bunch.
TF2's comic series.
I have. I remember I
have?
got all the
Oh,
way
Scientist
to
basically has all this gear
you know when they were
to
captured by that
survive,
other team and
also
then
his
Heavy
full
came in and
vitality.
saved them?
Him
Yeah,
right next
that's
to
where
him
I
seemed to
stopped.
be the quickest
Yeah.
to go out
Because
there in
I was
the
like
team situation.
up to date with all the comics and they didn't do anything new yet.
There's one more after that.
That's what I'm saying. That I didn't. I stopped right when that was before that was even up.
Yeah. Yeah, which probably would have been good for you to read because there's actually a lot about the medic in there, but
Yeah, it
you
did
know.
something about the respawn mechanic
Yeah.
thing.
Nothing, of course, that changes the outcome of
The battle.
this fight, but of course.
Wow.
And also, people don't. If people would never pointed this out, this was the music that was used in the Death Battle Scout versus Tracer. This background music.
Yes, this song is
But we aren't talking about them today. We are here to discuss the German doctor who kind of lost his license before working.
You're
there.
saying
yes.
Young
This is the background music of
Very strange to have healers fighting
The
each other,
menu?
don't you think?
Archer, if it can kill, it can
of
fight
the
to
Meet
death.
Medic
Are you
shot,
questioning my decisions?
which is what this clip is from.
Always
Ah.
was, but
yeah, I went really hardcore with this
Medic is a
episode.
good-natured healer. Well, I mean, not really. He's kind of
Insane.
bad.
Yeah, I essentially
He loves
emailed
experimenting
Demon
on other
3
marks and
different
even though
songs.
his heavy
One was
or whatever
music
hard
that
is
plays
taking
when
power
Medic is
boost.
doing surgery on
That
Heavy,
Heavy
Yeah.
does not seem like he's consenting to that at
and
all.
which is
Come
a
on,
different
Archer,
song
it's not like
from
you
the song
complain
that
when I
plays
take stuff
during
on you.
Act 2 of that
when did
video
you do
when
that?
they're out actually
Yeah.
fighting people.
Yeah.
And then I
Well,
believe
now let's
I
get to
gave
the
you the
weapon.
TF2
Remember,
theme.
this movie
Yeah,
is based
that was like the
on-
end music I used for this analysis.
First one is
Yeah,
his
which is
iconic Medigun,
such a good
where he
song.
shoots a beam
Also,
of red light to heal
here's a
allies,
question:
but
if we
sadly
did
not-
all like their
He
full
gets
stock, you know,
recharged, he gets
everything
activated
like
uber
was added for their
charge,
arsenal,
extend temporarily
how
into-
much do you think the outcome would change?
Needle gun,
No,
he has
not
a small
scaling
machine-like
or
gun which shoots
stats.
multiple needles.
Huh.
And it's his
Like,
only
if
offensive weapon.
You give
If
the
they both
medic his
had-
best gear, his best
And he
stuff,
also
not just
has
his
bone
standard.
saw, which is his quick
Uh,
close range attacking weapon.
Am I assuming that would give scientists all his weapons
Now
too?
let's get to
In fairness?
All his best upgrades,
Just like
even his
every
variations.
TF2 character, they have
Huh.
dodged multiple gunfire,
You know, like his
multiple dodge
toxic,
attacks,
his
get them around,
marine biologist,
sonic
all his
hypersonic
other
and
variation of
deadly.
types.
But what about the medic?
I'm gonna say no.
Strength-wise?
Really?
Since the
No,
medic sadly doesn't have
because
feats of his own, we need to
and
scale him to the other mercs.
in case anyone, I feel like some people are gonna feel like, what are you talking about? But okay, so a lot of Medic's best weapons are weapons that are really useful because you have their teammates. Like for example, there's this weapon called the Uber
No,
Saw,
the medic is a fucking genius.
which its
Literally,
upside is
bring heavy
upon
back
hit,
to
it
life
gives
with just a
you
random
an
heart from the
additional
fridge. Bring life into the
25% of your max
Even
possible
if
Uber
you
charge.
aren't using this,
Okay, now here's this
found
one.
that
But
respawn
its
is a
downside
canon
is
thing.
it's
Yeah,
heavier,
the
so
mechanic in the game that brings you to
the
life.
swing
Yeah,
speed
he's somehow discovered how to make it really
less.
happen in
Okay, now here's this. What if we add the man with machine abilities that the medic gets?
Now that's
I can do that
different.
for you if you want.
Then
You just
he
have to run
then
smoothly
he would
with-
probably have a chance because he would have the big shield that he has, you know. But of course, in
The
order to
medic,
have-
the scientist has the teleporter.
yeah, but in order to have that out, he has to keep the minigun out. If he puts it away, he loses the shield.
Which is just basically, it just, you know, delays the inevitable even more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but then again, if he touches the scientist with that shield, it could do
But
massive
you do
damage.
need to be a bit
That's
crazy
true.
in the TF2 universe. Let's just hope the medic is there to keep that craziness alive during it.
Do do do. And then I chose the scene I think you asked me to use for this ending clip.
Yes, I believe I specifically requested this scene where he just like comes out of the thing. Like I'm not sure what other scene you would use.
Okay, these two
Practice medicine?
set. Let's settle this.
Yeah,
Let's
she does
practice
that.
That's
though.
medicine.
You know what that means, folks?
Time for our like 8 to 10 minute
You'll be right back
prediction
after
bit
these
parts.
short
Like
remarks. See ya.
we had like a long prediction for this episode.
Yeah, isn't even halfway through the video. We already had a bunch of predictions.
A lot of people were excited for this then.
I don't know if I actually I saw this video. I don't think I actually saw the predictions.
The dimension tethering mic this time, and not an AI voice, text to speech, but and today I'm going to do a serious prediction.
Oh wow.
Yes, a serious
Yes,
prediction
serious.
from me. Great. So, medic, aka Dr. Woodwick from Super Mario,
He can't stop himself.
healers from team-based shooting. it's only the heal.
No one to heal.
Yeah, luckily, it's predicting
Demon.
Yes, demon. The great demon. Let me know beforehand that both scientists and Minik are getting their stock weapons to avoid playing influence from the other weapons.
I think some people even asked about this, like, why did we just did, like, the standard arsenal? And I'm like, it's the best way you could have done this match. It's really the easiest way you could have done it.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about the medic, because with a majority of the characters in TF2, their best weapons are their stock weapons, but medic's a little bit different, because his most commonly used weapons are not his default weapons, oddly enough.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think it is, again, fair to include the stock weapons. Not necessarily because they might be the best, but because it would
They're
deny
most
player
iconic.
influence.
And it's also, there's kind of the more iconic ones. 'Cause-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like any form of basic abilities, other than the fact you can regenerate health over time.
We forgot to add that. We forgot that the medic can self-heal.
Yeah, I kind of figured you would have, I don't know, done your research. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but I kind of expected you to know that.
That's like the one thing I forgot to add. Then again, I forgot to add the self-healing for the scientist.
Yeah.
If I even put something in it, like AIDS, in the needles.
Yeah, if you had remembered to put in the self-healing for the scientist and
not for the medic.
yeah, not for the medic, then I would have had, like, a serious problem, but, like, you know, since you didn't put in either, like,
'Cause if it-
putting both in, giving them the like, both of those, like, abilities still would not have changed.
Yeah,
outcomes.
even if you added them, they would not really do anything. Safe to say he could probably do this with the stock minigun still. It's bulky design still meant it's going to be very hard to build any Uber or him so quickly in that regard.
Yes, that's the thing about this stock minigun. It actually charges Uber slower than the other miniguns.
Wow.
Yeah, of course, the other miniguns have other downsides.
Like the
that-
Kritzkrieg, that's...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, sure, he could like build up for like stock-based matchups. So
Yeah, of course, the Kritzkrieg is only useful if you have another person. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't do
the
anything.
major downside with Medic. He needs someone to actually do something.
Yeah, like if you have played any medic in Team Fortress 2, you know firsthand that if you're alone, you're dead.
Unless, but unlike the scientist, he can actually, you know, fight back and actually deal massive damage.
Yeah, exactly. Which was, you know,
One of the major reasons why he wins.
Yeah, probably the top argument for this fight.
Like, it's a guy who can't fight on his own versus a guy who can fight on his own.
Yeah.
One guy who needs a teammate versus a guy who can basically take out a team.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like if we had given, like, the medic a teammate to work with, I feel like if we had given the medic a teammate to work with, he would be very, very strong, because a good, like, medic heavy or like medic soldier or medic demo combo is, like, disgusting.
Yeah, then maybe do that, then we have to give them scientists a teammate as well.
Exactly.
And then the question is, who would we give him as a teammate? It would either be the All-Star, the Imp, Super Brains, Engineer.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like, that would also come down to, like, player decision, because, like, no matter who we would have chosen for that, there probably would have been people being like, no, you should have chose this person instead, or, you know. What did he say?
He's like, even though I prefer TF2 any other day of the week, sorry, Demon, don't kill me.
I mean, hey, a man of culture, I see. Just like myself.
Yep.
I actually haven't played Medic in a while.
You know what?
I mean,
Who
TF2,
win?
I haven't played TF2 in a while.
Who went and basically said our whole argument, like, for the end of the video, if you listen to it.
blaster, sticky bombs, his teleportation device, and his own healing station. The medic can't really get around most of these weapons with just his base loadout. I'm sorry to say, he just can't. At best, his syringe gun can help him survive here, maybe for a bit. But in the end, scientists will be able to just wear him down with his fast arsenal and be able to close the deal and, yeah.
Distance.
Oh, the syringe guy.
Look at that.
He can only use it while wielding the medigun, meaning he has no way to...
Yeah.
If you switch weapons with the medigun...
But the scientists wouldn't allow that, and therefore he wouldn't give the medic enough time to do so.
Just wow. Let's not forget that with his base loadout, medic
Yeah,
doesn't have
in order to
a
build
lot
Uber at all, he needs to heal people, which he doesn't have.
So how
people
can
to
we
heal.
even add in the Uber, factor if you can't even use the Uber?
Yeah, exactly.
TP in, and then dominate the close range. Yeah, if that isn't enough, sorry to say, medic, a slight healing factor is only going to get you so far in the face of someone who can just dominate you. A little more.
Yeah, poor medic.
Arsenal. Keep in mind,
I
based on scaling.
mean, of course, I wish he won this fight, but if I'm being realistic, he doesn't.
Maybe if you ever have the chance, we can always do Medic versus Mercy in the future and try that.
Medic versus Mercy.
In the end,
You know, be a normie for once on the show, right?
Be a normie for once. No normies allowed. I don't want no normies here. No normies allowed.
Time for the second out of 3 predictions.
What is up, everybody? Today I will be doing a prediction for the next episode of Fictional Characters Collide.
Oh, sorry.
Aiden Craig, if you guys don't know, he's actually going to be co-hosting in our next episode that we're going to record after this.
Yeah, I noticed that. You didn't bother to tell me until I actually read the script.
Yes, we're having a 3-person work together on this next episode, Warrior vs. Joker.
Or maybe you did tell me and actually just completely forgot.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Plants vs. Zombie stuff.
If you guys don't know, I'm also I'm a scientist made in Plants vs. Zombies.
Really?
You seen how much I played that character?
I don't know. You play a lot of characters.
Well, I played Imp, Scientist, and Super Brains,
Super Brains.
the superhero, the guy who punches.
Oh yeah, the Superman character.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I also played Team Fortress 2 for...
Yeah, but I main the scientist. I just racked so many kills with that character.
Yeah, I
I
bet.
actually main the medic.
Because he has a freaking shotgun.
Even after root for scientists, the reason why I...
Wow, he said he mains the medic, which is impressive because like not many people main medic.
Don't you main medic?
Because he's impossible to play.
Don't you main him?
as well as
Yes, I do. You're right. I do main him.
medic and scientist.
And it's frustrating half the time and incredibly satisfying the other.
Due to the fact that
So,
his healing abilities can
I mean,
actually
I like a
run
good
on
huntsman
either
sniper, of course,
compared to
'cause
medics who,
it's
well, they don't really
essentially using a bow.
zombies
But that's also besides the point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it can affect him as well, and there's no chance of medic really using it to heal him because it only works on zombies.
Oh yeah, he's talking about the healing station because if you use the healing station for the scientist, it can't heal plants. It can't. I'm pretty sure it heals only the undead.
Right.
Besides a gun, well, if we're giving medic his standard arsenal, he's only really got his syringe gun to use against scientists, which I don't think will do that much to him. You've also got the fact that physicality-wise, scientist far outclasses medic. Scientist is able to scale to other characters. For example, he can scale to the Sunflower, who can shoot beams of light. So he's got FTL to relativistic reaction speeds, while the medic can only really keep up with people that can dodge machine gun fire.
I think if the medic has anything, he's incredibly smart, probably
Yeah, that's
smarter
what.
than
Remember,
Zombie is.
that's one of the only things we gave him. Remember?
Yeah,
he was
which-
smarter and more experienced.
Yeah, which isn't enough, obviously. But.
Brains is not going to get you anywhere if you can't hurt the guy.
Yes, especially not in this series. How many times have I have a character won because they're smarter?
None. But the loser. But if you look at a lot of the losers in our show are smarter than the winner.
It's true.
Promos, he can't scale.
But I mean, being the sole reason that someone wins is outsmarting someone.
Yeah, but no. If you can outsmart someone as hard as you want, if you can't damage the character
Yeah.
or keep up with the character.
Yeah.
Self-heal, this is more so a game.
Which of course, some people will fight that tooth and nail.
Yeah, it's like, oh, skill is a big factor. How can an unskilled character beat someone who has so much skill? When the unskilled character can literally flick them to death.
Yeah, it's true.
And a gun that shoots needles, whereas a scientist has a massive goo gun, several goo bombs, and a way to heal.
Just so much
Plus
goo.
superior speed and superior-
This is the plant's biggest weakness, the goo.
So that is why I.
Oh man, it's so funny because it's so stupid. Because it's such a you joke. Anyway. Oh, Biff Weed, oh my favorite.
What is up, everybody?
And he's the one with the real AI.
Prediction for an upcoming episode of Fictional Characters Collide. The medic from
I'm gonna vote
the
Sans.
scientist from Plants vs Zombies. And unlike my Silas vs McCree prediction,
Remember his?
actually going to be in serious predictions
Hey,
since I didn't
remember
watch
his?
this episode.
Yeah, sorry.
So I'm not even going to beat around
He's just so funny.
He's the one. He's the reason why he's one of our main script writers.
Yeah. He is?
He's one of them. He's the one who does a lot of the jokes. He doesn't do the swearing jokes. Don't worry.
See, that makes a lot of sense. That suddenly makes a lot of sense. I know that he writes a lot of the jokes.
Sunbeams which are confirmed to be beams of light. The absolute fastest anyone in Team Fortress 2 gets is Scout when he drinks his bonk atomic punch, as he can dodge bullets at point blank range and do it so fast you can't even tell he moved.
You can't even tell he moved.
Fastest character in the game, and being on bonk makes him even faster.
Yeah, I think I'm like a second or two ahead of you. Oh well.
Characters in the game.
You know, it's interesting. Speaking of the Scout, in terms of
But even if we do medic to a
base, like, walking speed,
still be leagues
the
faster.
medic is actually the second fastest.
Medic isn't exactly
Wow.
the
Yeah.
powerhouse that the other
Well,
perks are.
Third to the Spy, I believe.
Spy's the best character. I love the Spy.
Really?
Yeah, I think
I thought you liked the Scout.
I love the Spy and the Scout, but I mean Scout more. I just like doing the Spy when I want to be an asshole.
I see.
But his goo blaster certainly should, since it can damage other plants in garden warfare. And he should scale in durability since he can also tank attacks from the plants. Other plants like solar flare were able to melt an entire water park's worth of ice back into water. And another
Oh, that's the thing we didn't mention in in this episode. The whole water park feeds,
What?
where a character known as Solar Flare melted an entire water park full of ice, which was around multi-city block power. The thing is, we gave the scientist the bare minimum of what he can do, and he still destroys.
Yeah.
Imagine if you gave him every feat that you can scale to.
Yeah, that would be not good for the medic.
Because this is what we did in this episode. It's the weakest scientist versus the strongest medic.
Yeah, I definitely think the medic has a lot of potential strength.
The best thing we did was maybe we could scale him to one of the other mercs to see where he could be at.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
we did, which was Scout fighting the bread monster.
Yeah.
Sorry if this prediction wasn't great. I'm trying to get it done.
Of course, that was only help from Pauline, or
Yeah.
because she's the one who thought of the bomb in the first place.
Yeah, but I'm just
Scout,
saying-
Scout is not smart enough
And
to,
the results are in.
figure out how to do that.
Time for
The winner is
the
the
scientist.
Yeah, this battle was kind of obvious. Let's start with strength. Medic can theoretically scale to Scout, which has defeated the bread monster, which could be small building level. But the scientist could scale to beings like the Smash, who has this city block feat of just slamming into the ground in the street.
Yeah, what a zombie can literally just destroy an entire city block just by slamming into the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
It's speed the tier 2 versus at best subsonic with bullet timing. The scientist is
How do you feel about this little remix you have in the background?
Missiles at the lowest, and is massively hypersonic. And even dodge the sun.
How do you feel about the-
which is
hey.
pure sunlight.
Huh?
How do you feel about the music in the background, this remix we had?
This making the scientist at best relativistic.
The remix.
The scientist also takes the speed here as well.
I'm
And
listening
the
to it.
weapon
Ah.
category is also kind of one-sided as well. The medic has like one good long-range weapon, and it's the needle gun. And that's all he really has. The
Is this
scientist also has
a mashup of
Yep.
tier 2 music with
Plants vs. Zombies, yeah.
Cool,
That's
I like
compared to
it.
What the medic has.
What's the name? That's been happening a lot recently.
Yeah,
What's
we
the
had a
name of the
few-
guy that's been doing that?
Apex Predator,
The
Flame
scientist
Kitties,
has
420,
given
and a
taken
few
over
others.
himself.
We had a
Well,
few
they've
people.
been doing a great job. I just want to say.
I'm pretty sure you
because
really love the
these are
War.
fantastic.
You really love the War versus Joker one.
Yeah, that was so good because like a lot of because that song is from Wario World, I believe.
Wario Land. No, Wario World. Yeah.
Yeah, that song is from Wario World, which has a lot of like
Jazzy music.
which fits perfectly with the jazziness of Persona 5. And it's so good. I love jazz music. It's so incredible. Oh man,
Next time.
Fictional characters collide, and this was
so good.
actually this was the first episode of the season where we brought back a character, which was Mega Man. This was before he actually became part of the show,
Yeah,
when he fought Pac-Man.
way back in the day, the you know that,
One of the
yeah,
first
that
10
episode.
episodes of FCC.
Yeah.
And then I actually get to watch Robot Boy, and I actually kind of enjoyed. It really didn't age the best, but it was still a decent watch.
Yeah, you can imagine how it probably would have been really good for its time.
Yeah, but then again, people do say this is basically Cartoon Network's version of My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Yeah. It's definitely... Yeah. The standards for, like, you know, kids' cartoon TV shows have
really
a lot
evolved.
higher.
I mean, I still love OKKO, and that's a modern-day cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, to OKKO's credit, that show was really good.
Yes,
So-
maybe you guys don't know, we binge-watched that show a lot when we did
Yeah.
KO vs. Izuku. We binge-watched the shit out of that. And then you went and watched My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I saw a bit of it recently. It's pretty good.
And then we got a nice bit, a nice amount of
more
fan art.
I always enjoy the fact that people make us fan art.
It'd be nice for you to actually say you like it in the Discord.
Medic with the bow tie.
Oh, yes. Inside jokes. So that's the end of the episode, folks. The commentary. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Let's do maybe a few words.
Yeah, thank you all for watching.
See ya.
And putting up with our wrong opinions.
Ah.
See you
See
next
ya.
time.